Welcome to the Fantasy Champions Fantasy Football Podcast. Here's your host, Morgan Colby and Rick Lemon.
Fantasy Champs! What's poppin'? What's crack-a-lackin'? My name's Morgan Colby. I got really good Rick Lemon with me as always. Poppin' Rick.
What's up? I don't even know what you just said, to be honest. You just went full blur mode.
My tongue kind of just fell out of my mouth, I think.
It's okay, you're excited for a mock draft.
I'm not just excited for the mock draft, but, as of recording this show, which is Thursday, and it's going to be released Friday, so, you'll be listening on Friday, obviously, but there was football tonight.
Mm-hmm. I don't think any of the starters are playing for either
Should
team.
I be excited?
Sure, because it's at least a sign that
a phantom excitement where I pretend I'm going to watch.
Right. Are you actually going to watch the game?
I'll probably slap it on, see if the Raiders play some guys.
Yeah.
Usually I like to watch for rookies, but I can't name a rookie on either one of these teams. So.
Well, there's not any offensive rookies. That's intriguing.
Yeah.
There's some defensive guys that might play, but I don't even know if they're playing. So, the first overall pick is playing tonight. Well, actually, I don't know if he is playing. I'll have to look it up. I mean, you already know by the time you're looking at this, by the time you're watching the show. So
yeah, you know who played. You know who got hurt. You know who didn't. But either way, I'm just excited to have football back. It, like Rick said, it is a sign that we are getting back to the great sport of football. I kind of just forgot, because like the All-Star break for the MLB was like weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And usually every year that happens, that's like the dredge. 4 days, 5 days with no sports at all. That's miserable.
That is miserable, yeah.
But anyway, so the NFL's back.
You got to go outside or talk to your family.
I know.
Do crazy things.
How horrible is that? But anyway, no, football is back. Training camps are in session, and we still have, I think I calculated, 30 days from today, I believe, is our first football game. Or real football game, I should say.
30 days, huh?
Let me see.
From today?
No, that's not right.
I was going to say there's no way.
34.
Because it's the 2nd of September, isn't it?
34 days, I believe. Well, no, see, a week from today would be 37 days for the Patriots. 30 days for the Patriots. So that means it's 37 for them, which means you add 4. That would
now
be
you're just confusing me and the whole audience.
Anyway, today we have a mock draft of sorts, and we're going to try to go through quickly our strategies on what to do in a mock draft. We have an 8.0 next week, a 9.0 the following week, a 10.0 the week after that, and I don't know if we go any further. Did I skip a number? I think it's 9.0.
10 mock drafts. We better be ready by the time the season starts.
I know. I see, and I've done a lot more for the home league. I think I've done 6 so far. I'm kind of.
Oh my gosh, you're wild.
I'm trying to pace somebody told me in our league that they did 50. And I'm like,
that's
ADP's,
even
the ADP
crazier.
is going to change. What the frig are you doing 50 mock drafts?
Yeah, I don't know.
Good luck. Interesting. I was listening to another podcast, by the way, before we, really get started. And they were talking about how, they had a listener question or whatever. And the listener question said, what, this will give it away. But apparently this particular person's league does not choose their, or does not announce their draft selections until an hour before the draft.
It's a good twist.
I like it.
I kind of like it too.
I low-key would do that because then you have to prepare for
everybody off.
You have to prepare for multiple styles of drafting, but then it throws away the whole. So I don't know, something to think about for the home league.
The whole draft lottery.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can still do
Yeah.
the draft lottery. You just do it, the day of the draft,
Right.
which would
Oh,
be
true. Yeah, you could.
that's
Yeah.
exhilarating.
Interesting.
But anyway, something that I was thinking about. But anyway, before we jump into our mock draft 7.0, check our website, fantasychampions.com. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any other podcast platforms, please leave a review and share this podcast with your friends. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, like, and comment down below any questions you may have for us. Let's jump into the mock draft. So, interesting mock draft today. Rick literally groaned when I told him the format.
Yep.
I kind of have the same feelings now. Didn't have the same feelings many moons ago.
How the game has evolved.
Yeah. I don't know anyone that does these particular types of drafts, but we're here for everyone.
Right. We're here for everybody.
Even the people stuck in the past. When counting receptions was too hard.
It added too much to your newspapers.
Yeah.
Your newspaper fantasy football.
We're going to do a 12-team standard draft. Has 2 flex spots, 2 wide receiver slots, 2 running backs, 1 quarterback, 1 tight end, I believe 6 bench spots. So very standard.
Yep.
But the scoring format is receptions do not matter. So it'll be interesting to see the strategies that Rick and I implement.
Receiving yards still count. Just no receptions.
Yeah, receptions don't.
You don't get a catch or a point for a catch.
Yeah.
But receiving touchdowns and yards still.
In case you didn't know, it's standard drafts.
Right.
But anyway. All right. So Rick has picks. I have picked 6. Rick has picked 7. Let's get this thing started.
All right, let's do it.
Hopefully I don't have any audio effects on. I don't this time.
I turned mine off.
That's great.
Right before we started. That was the first thing I did.
All right, so I just want to start off by saying Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, first 5 picks in the draft. If you're in a standard draft and you're drafting wide receivers this high, you are on some kind of psychedelic drug.
Yeah, I will tell you that the year Cooper Kupp had last year, how he outscored everybody by like 100 points. If you go to standard, he actually scored 40 less points than Jonathan Taylor, so it took away 140 points.
Wow. Well, yeah, because
huge chunk.
140. How many?
I'll double check. Yeah, he had 274 in standard and 413 in PPR.
That's more than quarterbacks.
Yeah. Well,
good heavens.
He was. Yeah. I think he outscored everybody. He outscored every quarterback last year. That's just a side note, though, of Cooper Kupp. But
he outscored his own quarterback.
Yeah, it's
nice.
Wild. Anyway, you're on the clock.
Yeah. So typically I would not like if you're in a standard draft, and I'm curious. Rick can do whatever he wants with his pick, but I would go running back here. To be honest with you, I fade this running back a lot more when it's PPR or half PPR because there are receptions involved and there's other running backs that have receiving work. But I would have to. I'm gonna take my first ever share of Derrick Henry here. He is maybe the perfect standard running back, and if he's healthy the whole year, there's a chance that he's with Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor as the RB1, or at least in that conversation. So I'll take I was going to say JT. I'll take Derrick Henry here.
Yeah, that's exactly who I would have taken there. I agree with you 100%. I'm not taking Jamar Chase in PPR, maybe, but here in a standard league, I'm 100% going to go running back. I just don't know. Is it going to be Najee Harris? Is it going to be Dalvin Cook? I've been flip-flopping on these guys. I think I'm going to go... Najee has a lot of passing work, doesn't he? I mean, so does Dalvin.
Yeah, the efficiency on the ground for him is not great.
Yeah. I'll go Dalvin Cook. I was leaning him anyway, but it was a toss-up between those guys. But anyway, Jamar Chase won 8, I think, is a little high in
Hasn't there
standard
been
when it's not PPR.
Hasn't there been report he hurt himself, right? Oh, he practiced fully on Wednesday, so that's good.
Yep.
But there were reports that Delvin Cook got hurt.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. But he practiced fully on Wednesday, so he should be
Okay.
right.
So after Chase, there was Najee Harris, Devontae Adams, Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift, Travis Kelce, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Alvin Kamara, and Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is actually, who I've been said I'm kind of down on this year because of the Deshaun Watson, and I don't know how that offense is going to be.
Yeah.
In a standard league, go ahead, take Nick Chubb. CeeDee Lamb on the board here. Saquon Barkley on the board here. I think in PPR, I would consider Saquon.
I couldn't disagree with you more on Nick Chubb.
Oh, because you think they're going to run it more with a bad quarterback?
Yeah.
Which is true. They will. But I don't know how that's going to go when they play 12 and not 12, but they play like 9 in the box every possession.
Listen, I'm not a Baker Mayfield
and force
hater,
teams to make Jacoby.
But I don't think defenses were worried about Baker Mayfield.
No, that's true, but I think they'd be at least give somewhat respect to Baker Mayfield compared to Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's right. So CeeDee Lamb here on the board. I'd consider it, but I'm probably not going to go there.
Love you,
standard. This is standard, everybody remember. So when you yell at us about our teams, Saquon Barkley has a lot of his points come from receiving. He's a very good receiving back.
Aaron Jones
as well as Aaron Jones. I'm going to go Javonte.
Oh!
Who I think will be...
I thought I was going to reach.
Very good on the ground. Did you see the report today? I don't know who
70-30, baby.
Yeah,
Sit down, Melvin.
I just saw the report on Sleeper, so and I took my pants off.
What pick are you in the home league? 7?
Mm-hmm. No, pick 9.
Oh, okay. I'm like, when is too early for you to take Javonte
Williams? That's a question we'll decide, I guess, on draft night.
Sheesh. Yeah, no, that is a smart pick because Javonte is he can pass catch, but I've noticed that a lot of his work does come on the ground.
He will pass catch a little bit. I mean, he had 53 targets last year.
But that's a solid pick. The only concern there is that if it really isn't a 70-30 split and that's just kind of they're trying to get the young kid acclimated with the offense, so they're giving him more first team reps. I don't know. We'll see we'll see when the regular season starts. But if that is not true, then you're fricked. If it is true, then RB1. Maybe top 5?
Could be.
Anyway, so my choices, I could go wide receiver. I feel like especially and a lot of receivers have come off the board. Like I'm noticing the ADP is not super different.
No, it hasn't changed. I don't think this is any different than the PPR ADP.
PPR is a little bit different, I've noticed, but the half PPR ADP is not. It's exactly
the
same.
I see. So it's the same as half.
Yeah, so Barkley is not a bad pick. Neither is Aaron Jones at this selection. I was hoping that I would have Javonte Williams on the board so I could take him, but obviously that's not an option. I am going to go a little bit off the beaten path, and I'm going to take CD because I haven't had a chance to. So this is a weird draft for me. But
not bad.
Anyway, I'll take the wide receiver here and get myself an established wide receiver one. Saquon Barkley, Josh Allen, AJ Brown, Mark Andrews, Deebo Samuel, Aaron Jones, Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans, Zeke Elliott, James Conner all come off the board. So I just get punched in the mouth. With this.
There's still some running backs.
So I'm definitely going to go running back. Cam Akers is a guy I've liked, but there have been some reports, and I don't necessarily believe the reports because that's not like everyone's talking about, at the beginning of the season, Darrell Henderson was the number one guy, and then he got hurt. And then it was Sony, and Sony was the number one guy. And that they really haven't had two running backs like Cam Akers, like Darrell Henderson, who both have had success in the offense. And that they would probably split in this offense. And that's what McVay has indicated. But if you look at McVay and the way he's coached the Rams over, the course of his entire tenure with the Rams, I don't see him splitting. Because even when Sony was playing well or Henderson was playing well last year, they went right back to Cam Akers in the playoffs. So I feel like Akers is not a bad pick. The other guy that I would consider at this slot is Travis Etienne or
not
David
your guy
Montgomery. That's not a bad pick.
This is standard. So Etienne's gonna get, I think, a lot of passing work.
No, I know that's what I was gonna say, but I do like Etienne's upside.
Fair enough.
But I'm gonna go with Cam Akers, and I'm gonna take the risk here and hope that that works out.
No, not bad, not bad. After you took Cam Akers, now I see if I don't know, I have no idea, bro. I could take Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
I could go running back here. It's kind of tempting, actually. So you know what? Do I want I feel like Keenan Allen though. That's a pretty safe pick.
Yeah.
To get
better
a receiver.
PPR guy.
He is a better PPR guy. And I think he might have more upside in standard because of his big playability and touchdowns. So I'm going to go T. Higgins.
Yes, good pick. Smart.
So then Kyle Pitts, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, David Montgomery, Travis Etienne. I was thinking about taking Breece Hall there and just stacking the running backs. Deontay Johnson, Josh Jacobs, and Tony Gibson. So now there's George Kittle and Darren Waller still on the board.
I can't buy into the Jets. I just can't.
But I could go, and that's fair. Another wide receiver.
I don't think I've drafted in any mock draft that I've done Breece Hall.
Michael Pittman. Interesting.
But
what if the Jets' offense
why?
is decent?
Why would you take Michael Pittman away from me?
Because he's the wide receiver one on his team.
Sorry, continue what you were saying.
I thought about Moore or McLaurin, but I'm scared. DJ Moore is better in PPR because he's so reliant on those catches. So, and then McLaurin or Pittman, I feel like Pittman's going to get more touchdowns than McLaurin, so that's why I went Pittman there. In standard leagues, that's touchdowns are pretty huge since you can't get points by reception.
I feel like I should go running back again.
That's up to you.
The suspense is killing me. J.K. Dobbins still on the PUP. 4.7's not bad for him, but I am concerned about his. I projected him well. I think let me see. I have him at 222 rush attempts, 176 receiving yards, and 1,100 rushing yards. 8 touchdowns.
Who is this?
J.K. Dobbins.
Dobbins.
So I'm just under what Sleeper's projecting. But in standard, I keep looking at the number and thinking, like, that's low. But in standard, that's 160 is, like, high-end RB2. But anyway, I'm not a huge fan of Elijah Mitchell. I feel like I liked him, and then I didn't like him, and then I liked him, and then I didn't like him. And this might change again, but I feel like the 49ers are just going to find another random running back, and that guy's going to be good, and then all of a sudden everyone's going to just get their pants ripped off, and a Mitchell's going to be 0 in that. But anyway, I think I'm going to go receiver here, and I'm going to take DJ Moore. I'll reach a little bit.
That's not a bad pick. That's who I was thinking about. I was just a little scared. Dobbins almost felled you.
I know. Waller, Kittle, Waddle, McLaurin, Metcalf to finish off the 4th, and then to enter the 5th, we have Cooper, Mike Williams, Elijah Mitchell, J.K. Dobbins, and then Cortland Sutton. Oh, why in a standard league am I doing this to myself?
Yeah, this is really gross.
There's multiple receivers that I like here. I feel like it's despite the terrible things I've been hearing about the new zone running scheme that the Patriots are implementing at camp.
Mm-hmm.
Harris is not a bad pick here. He's going to get a lot of carries. He's going to get a lot of yardage. And he's going to get a lot of goal line work.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he would be a bad selection here at the running back position. Clyde.
Did you see what Paul Perillo said
What did he say?
a couple weeks? This was a couple weeks ago, so take for a grain of salt. But he projected 6 running backs to make the Patriots roster.
Oh boy. I will say this, okay? Last year, I think the Pats carried 4 with a fullback.
Right.
So I guess you could say the fullback is.
But James White.
I don't think they carry 6. I think James White is going to be cut. He's on the bubble.
You think who's going to get cut?
James White.
Oh, I don't think he will. I think they're going to redshirt Pierre Strong, and then it'll be Stevenson, Harris, and White. Those will be your 3 running backs, main guys.
I should take a running back, but no, take a running back. I'm going to take Damian Harris. I'll take the risk.
Okay, all right. I mean, in standard, that's not awful because he's going to get like 10 receptions, maybe 20. So
poor Harris.
I don't hate that.
The balance on my team right now.
You know,
I was going to take Allen Robinson, but I'm never going to get back to that. Oh, I just left the draft. Holy crap. I'm back.
Do you think Judy, even though I think he'd be better in PPR,
yeah,
might not be too bad here? With his touchdowns upside.
Who, Judy?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad spot. I like it. I was considering
I'm
Judy.
considering Lamar too, but I'm probably not gonna.
I was considering Judy and Allen Robinson.
Yeah, that's who I'm looking at here too. I'm gonna go with. Oh my gosh, I'll just go with Jerry Judy.
Oh! All of a sudden I got sound effects. What is this?
Me too. Oh, see, one of the reasons I went Judy is because I was hoping one of those running backs would be there in my pick.
Both of them were.
He's not, but there is somebody else. So Joe Burrow, Brandon Cooks, A.J. Dillon, Lamar Jackson, Hollywood Brown, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Aaron Robinson, Dalton Schultz, Michael Thomas, Chris Godwin. This is the grossest pick of my life, but join my team, Miles Sanders.
That's pretty nasty, dude. I think
It's the standard league. It's the standard league.
I think I gotta go receiver, and I'm gonna go Mooney. Oh, hold on a second. God, why do I do that? Maybe he'll fall
Were you
to
going
me.
to Kyler?
No, maybe he'll fall to me. Fall to me. Yes.
Oh, Juju.
Yeah.
Juju.
So
I was like, what?
I took Mooney, and then I had Kyler, Hopkins, Walker, Kenneth Walker, Adam Thielen, Drake London, Dak Prescott, Treylon Burks, Jalen Hurts, Amon-Ra, and then Kareem Hunt, and then I took Juju.
So you're taking Juju over Bateman now?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I did projections on Bateman last night.
You weren't a fan?
Not that I wasn't a fan. I don't know what your Ravens projections looked like, but last year they threw the ball more, and I think it was because Lamar was out and they were losing. So I think they get back to like their normal 450 pass attempts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they.
I mean, I went down in pass attempts than what it was last year, but not by a ton.
Yeah, I have them at 450 pass attempts. They're usually like right around 450.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I have Lamar at
weren't they at 600
passing yards, 23 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions, with 7 rushing touchdowns. Get it, Lamar.
Interesting. Okay.
He still has 340 fantasy points.
Yeah. Look at all these running backs. How much earlier they're going.
I just got a really good report about James Cook there.
Hopkins. Yeah. Hunter Renfrow, Gabe Davis, Russell Wilson, Devontae Smith. Chase Edmonds, Cordell Patterson, Rashad Penny, and James Cook, the receiving specialist. Interesting. How can I pass on Elijah Moore? How can I do it?
It's easy. You just do it. You almost had 2 Jets on your team.
I know. Bro, I'm in, bro. Come
on. I have been loving taking Bob Woods. But
okay.
I can probably wait a pick for that. The question is, who do I go with here? I'm going to take... Should I reach on a running back? I totally should reach on a running back.
You could.
No, I'm not going to do that.
You know what, Tony Pollard?
I'm going to take Brandon Ayuk. Here comes the run of wide receivers. Watch it, everyone.
Okay. Tyler Lockett, Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, Christian Kirk.
Of course, Robert Woods goes 2 picks after the Brandon Ayuk pick.
Yep.
What am I supposed to do now? I'm going to take Trey Lance. I took Trey Lance.
Okay. How many quarterbacks are off the board?
I took 2 49ers.
4, 5, 6.
You know, I'm trying to figure out, like, what I've noticed is that, like, okay, so no one likes Mac Jones. Not even Patriots fans like Mac Jones. No one else does. And because of this, they look for every bad thing he does in camp. And then when you look at Trey Lance's reports, you see a video and people are literally naked in the comments. Like, sweating over Trey Lance. Like, absolutely just losing their minds. And he could throw 5 picks in one practice, but it doesn't matter because Trey Lance threw a sidearm pass 4 yards down the field.
Well, that's probably how it's going to be. So I took Matt Stafford, the safe pick there. Raheem Stevenson, Sky Moore, Russell Gage, Melvin Gordon, Chase Claypool, Gesicki, Chris Olave, Michael Carter, Derek Carr, and Rodgers. Now, I don't know what the latest reports are and how well he's been doing in camp, but I'm going to take Ronald Jones here just because at the running back position,
I've noticed
I feel like
Sky Moore had some reps in the backfield.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not a good sign for Ronald.
No,
I will note, I haven't seen the rookies' pictures come in on Sleeper, but we got some new pictures.
Oh, really?
For the players. Look at Ronald Jones in his red uniform.
For the Chiefs. I think that's red for the Buccaneers.
No, that's the same colors as the Chiefs, bro.
Oh, maybe. You might be right.
I realized that.
Christian Kirk is still Cardinal.
That's fair enough. I'll take Tooney here. I do leave Tooney on the board.
I like that pick.
See, I'll do it for you. I'll take one receiver in a bad offense. Kirk Cousins, Christian Watson, Isaiah Spiller, Tony Pollard, Tyler Boyd, Pat Freiermuth, and then you have Robinson, Madison, Gallup, Dameon Pierce, Rashad White. I was kind of hoping that Dameon Pierce would fall to me. I've been hearing good things in Houston about him, and there's legit nobody there to run the football besides
Marlon Mack. Nah, bro, Rex Burkhead.
And then I'll take Cole Kmet.
You freaking A.
That's what you get. That's what you get. You took the pick right next to me, thinking you were going to snipe me, and I got Cole Kmet.
Who is on the board?
You could go with MVS. I didn't even get Sky Moore I did get a Chiefs wide receiver.
You know what? Screw it. Just give me my own quarterback. There was literally no one. So after I took Justin Fields, so then Jameson Williams, Hunter Henry, Marlon Mack, MVS, Tua, Naheem Hines, Deshaun Watson in the 12th round, Kenny Golladay, Tyler Algier, and Darrell Henderson, and there's still absolutely a bunch of gross picks here on the board. Geez, I don't even know. I could probably use a tight end, so I'll take Irv Smith.
Probably. Irv Smith had a thumb injury.
I did see that, but he should be back by week 1 before the season starts.
With Tim Patrick out, Albert O, is he becoming more intriguing?
I don't know. Are you a part of the Albert O train now?
I'm not. I've never been part of the Albert O train. Because before there's 3 targets in front of him, and now there's 2. And maybe you could say Melvin Gordon falls before that too.
but
So maybe he's the 4th option. This is literally
okay,
the
well,
dumbest
yeah,
pick in the
now
history
you're
of
in.
picks.
But he could be a red zone option. What if Russell Wilson throws like 40 touchdowns?
Unlikely.
Okay, I can see it happening.
No.
Maybe not 40,
I mean,
but like 35.
Yeah. Why not? I'm gonna take Rondell Moore at my pick. After my pick, Jarvis Landry, Dotson, Akukwambawange, Albert O,
Oh, wow. Nicely
Mark
done.
Ingram, Noah Fant. Then we have Trevor Lawrence, Khalil Herbert, Tim Patrick, Matt Ryan, J.D. McKissick. And, why does this what the frig, Sleeper? He's hurt.
Yeah, I don't know about that
I was
one.
about to get triggered that this always happens to me, but I'm going to take Kenneth Gainwell.
In a standard league, okay.
Yeah, at 13. Yards are yards, man. Doesn't really matter how they function.
All right. Okay.
It's the 13th round, and I needed an extra running back. This is
Give
might be the grossest team I've ever
the
drafted.
Patriots wide receiver 1.
Devontae Parker.
Devontae Parker. He's been tearing it up in camp.
Ugh. Hardman and Van Jefferson, 2 options for me at 14-8.
Yuck. Okay, I'll go Julio too. Why not?
He's still like I did a draft the other day, and he was actually in the 12th round.
I will take him in this range for sure. Absolutely.
What is the
I would have taken him
what
earlier.
area would you not take him?
I think anywhere higher than round 10, probably.
Okay, I'm with you.
Like, would you take him over Tooney? Maybe.
Yeah,
You would. Okay.
Yeah, I would. I'm not super excited about it, but
Would you take him over like Kirk and Lazard and that group?
yeah, probably. Lazard
So
is
you're thinking higher. You're thinking like round 8.
No,
Robert Woods,
no.
Brandon Ayuk.
But I don't plan on using my 9th round selection on anyone but Sky Moore.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking 9 round then? 9th round.
Probably 10th or beyond.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah,
anyway,
9th to 10th round, I guess. It's not bad.
It's my pick. This is disgusting.
It's the last pick, bro.
I feel violated.
Bro, just take Mac and go Mac and Trey.
I've been doing this, and I don't know. It's so we obviously got some breaking news the other day, yesterday I believe it was, so it didn't make our show. But the NFL is now appealing the suspension for Deshaun Watson, and they want an indefinite suspension with a fine. For an indefinite suspension for at least a year with a fine, which is what they were pushing for originally. I don't really know. They can just outright suspend people. Is that wrong?
I think you're
Roger
right.
Goodell can just suspend him, right?
Right.
So what's with all this hullabaloo with the friggin' justice?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Not justice, judge. I don't know. I don't get it. I probably should look into it and understand it a little bit more, but I don't give
Me as well, but I just
but I will say, if this ends up becoming 8 or more games for Deshaun Watson, I do believe he's probably going to sue the NFL in a similar way that Tom Brady, in a similar way that Ezekiel Elliott did, which would lead me to believe that he will play week 1 and beyond until this legal matter is settled. In which case, I've been hearing a lot of things about DPJ, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Could be a good option.
Okay.
Could be a good option. So I'll
In
take
the 14th round,
14th,
sure.
7th. Yeah, I'm looking for a last round pick. Oh, another guy I've been hearing a lot of hype surrounding that I'm just gonna do it in the home league. I swear to God, Rick, if you take him, I'm gonna be so freaking mad.
Who?
Paris Campbell.
Oh yeah, like I'm going to go
2
after
years
Paris
in
Campbell.
a row. It's the 15th round. I'm going to cut him anyway.
Maybe I'll do it just to annoy you and then cut him.
I do, with the 15th round, I do get the first pick of defenses in the last round. So maybe I should take advantage of that.
Oh, so you're saying I should take a defense at the end of the 14th round?
Oh my God. No, I am saying that
Unless we get rid of it altogether and just do 3 flex spots.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but you have to convince 8 other people.
Yeah, so we're definitely doing
No,
defense.
9. What is it? 10 other people. Anyway, there you go. We have a mock draft. Interesting collection of players here. I didn't mean to go with as many wide receivers as I did, but I did it anyway. Rick, you have the same amount of running backs as me? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I like your 2 running backs. But I have Derrick Henry, CeeDee Lamb,
agree.
Cam Akers, DJ Moore, Damian Harris, Darnell Mooney, Juju Smith-Schuster, Brandon Ayuk, Trey Lance, Kadarius Toney, Cole Kmet, Rondell Moore, Kenneth Gainwell, and then Donovan Peoples-Jones.
In a standard league, I have Dalvin Cook, Javonte Williams, T. Higgins, Michael Pittman Jr.
That?
Because the people need to know. All right, Jerry Jeudy, Miles Sanders, Rashad Bateman, Elijah Moore, Matt Stafford, Ronald Jones, Justin Fields, Irv Smith Jr., Devontae Parker, and Julio Jones. Man, I was holding that sneeze the whole time.
Whoa. Yeah, very interesting. I don't mind Akers, and I don't mind Henry on my team. I'm not really happy with... I feel like I probably should have taken Barkley.
I like your team more than mine, which I don't say that very often, so
I feel like you've said
it.
every mock draft this year.
No, I don't.
No, every mock draft this year.
Oh. Maybe I said it, but I don't mean it, but I actually mean this.
I'm getting excited because every time I look at a mock draft and I if you click roster on Sleeper, I start looking at my roster and I'm like, I can't wait for week 1. I cannot wait for week 1.
I can't either. We're almost here.
It's too long without football. But anyway, there you have it. Mock draft standard, the only one we're going to do. Next week we'll get back to PPR, half PPRs, and all that good stuff. Maybe we'll do one with real people. But anyway, We'll see you next week, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Fantasy Champions Podcast. Make sure you subscribe on iTunes and YouTube, and follow us on Twitter @TheFFChamps.